Here is the iPhone 14 Pro in gold with the new Dynamic Island feature, and I'll go into a bit more detail about the Dynamic Island later on in this review. Let's press that there. Yeah, I like that. I really like that. That is really nice. It's like a starlight white colour at the back, because I had the starlight white 13 mini, and it's gold around the edge, and that is really nice. That is lovely, and it's got a nice, it feels really solid. That is a lovely looking phone. And you get the standard USB-C lightning charging cable, but you don't get a power adapter. That's standard with all Apple products now. Now, I still get a SIM tool with my iPhone 14 Pro, but if you're from America, you won't have this because you won't have a SIM tray, because you'll have an eSIM instead. It's all electronic. And I guess that will be coming to the UK and other countries with the iPhone 15 release next year. So let me know what you think of it, if it's any good or not, or whether you'd rather have the old type SIM tray like myself. After powering up this iPhone, you get to the setup stage, but I'll show you how to set up this iPhone in a separate video, which will be coming out shortly, so I can give you more of my first impressions of this iPhone 14 Pro. I'm actually upgrading from iPhone 13 mini, and you can see the difference in the size of the cameras, the camera lenses, and they do protrude more because they're bigger cameras, and they let more light in, so you get more performance. Because I didn't think there was much difference this year between the iPhone 13 and the iPhone 14, which is why I decided to go for the iPhone 14 Pro. And it's got a better camera system, it's got 3 camera lenses, and it's got a more powerful chip. So all around, it is a better phone. Another cool feature of this iPhone 14 Pro is the always-on display, but don't worry because you'll still get all-day battery life. And this display, as you can see, is bordered by the gold metal rim, which I think is cool, but some people don't like that. But you can always cover that with a case. And I bought myself the Banks protective case, which is MagSafe compatible. And this cost me £20, £19.99. And because I didn't want to go and spend £50 for a MagSafe case from Apple, because I just think that's a bit of a rip-off. So that's why I went for this. And let me show you. Now, the only thing with this is you've got a nice shiny phone and you put it in your case, and you kind of like defeats the object of having the nice shiny colourful phone. But oh, hang on, I've got the light on now. There's the light. Don't know if you can see that. Yeah, let's deactivate that. So let's put it in the case. So if you don't like to have the metal rim, let's put it in, then you can get a case like this and it hides the rim. Hang on. There you go. So it hides it. Now, I couldn't do an unboxing and first impressions video of this iPhone 14 Pro without mentioning the very well hyped Dynamic Island. So how dynamic is it? Well, I'll give you a couple of examples of it now, but I will go into more detail in my full review of this iPhone coming out very soon. So I'll show you a basic example here. If I just switch on the ring, and it gives you an indication of that, and then switch it off, indication of that. But you can also if I swipe in, you can if I set a timer, if I set a countdown timer, let's say I'm going to like make a coffee, so I say, well, how long does it take to make a coffee? Probably about 2 minutes. So if I set a timer for 2 minutes on here, like that, okay, and there you go, it's there, it shows me a timer and a countdown. But at the same time as that, I can play some music, so I can go into any music I've got. I don't know, this one here, and I can play that. Let's turn the volume down. Okay, that's playing. And now what the dynamic island will show what I'm playing there. So it will show, it's got like two widgets now, because it's showing the countdown timer, which is counting down 2 minutes. So it's going to tell me when my coffee is ready. And also it's showing me what music track I'm playing. So if I just like tap on there, you can see here, I can actually see the track more clearly, and I can go to the next track if I wanted to, and like that. So it's really cool. And you can actually then access your music as well by tapping on it or come out. Now, there has been some criticism from other YouTubers about this dynamic island being a bit further away from the edge of the phone. And you can see it's about a few millimeters inset from the edge of the phone. Whereas compared to the iPhone 13, I'm using my iPhone 13 mini below, you can see the difference with the notch on the iPhone 13 is right next to the edge of the phone, but it's bigger, and the dynamic island is smaller. So I don't think it's a major problem personally. Really, I've got these both in full screen, but you can always have the screen in standard anyway, and you won't see it at all. But let me know what you think in the comment section below. Do you think it's a bit intrusive or not? Apparently, this has got twice the brightness of previous iPhone Pros. So I'll quickly show you how good it is outside. So let's go. So here we are, and outside, and it is reasonably sunny today. So, and I can see that quite clearly. I've got this screen. Let me just show you. I've got the screen on full brightness, maximum brightness. So if I go to my apps, and you can see there, I can read that really clearly. So if I go to stocks, oh, they're not looking good, but I can quite easily see there the information, and I can read. Let me just show you. There you go. I can read that very easily. That is very clear and easy to read. That's on full brightness. So I wonder if I can just reduce the brightness to half. I can still read it. But when you're outside, you do need to have it on pretty much full brightness. But that's easy to read. Another cool feature of this iPhone 14 Pro, which you don't get in the iPhone 13 or 13 mini, is that you can more easily customize the lock screen without having to go into settings. And you can choose one of Apple's default wallpapers, or you can select one of your own photos, or even go for the photo shuffle option, which will shuffle through a selection of your photos throughout the course of the day. You can put a filter on it as well. You've got a choice, I think it's 4 filters. They could have given more choice really. And you can add widgets as well. You can add widgets like you can add the weather or anything, battery level. There you go, like that. And you've got your widgets as well. And then when you're happy, just tap on add. And then you set it as wallpaper as well. So, and then it has the background of your photo at the back of your apps as well. So overall, my first impressions of this iPhone 14 Pro are, it's a nice looking phone. It's got a decent sized bright screen, which you can easily read outside in full sunlight. And I do like the fact that you can now more easily customize the lock screen without having to go into settings. But I do think Apple could have provided a bigger selection of colours for this iPhone, and the obvious other new feature, the dynamic island, is it really necessary, or is it just a fancy widget? Well, I'll take a closer look at this and the other iPhone Pro's new features, such as the updated camera, in my full review of this iPhone coming very soon. So please subscribe to be the first to watch that, and if you like this video, please thumbs it up and share, and thanks for watching.